Okay, I came up with this great idea for a lesson and just something to really steer students into the direction of for the virtual learning. And it is Hour of Code. I've been doing Hour of Code on my own because right now I'm currently teaching myself how to code. And just so you'll know exactly what I'm doing, actually coding from scratch. So I'm using this software called Visual Studio Code, and I'm learning how to write HTML and CSS and a little bit of JavaScript. So I'm not going to get too detailed about it because that's not what the video was about. But this is just a couple of websites that I've been working on. If you want to see, I'll make another video for that. But let's get back to Hour of Code. And the reason I want to show you that is because what you saw in that program is where this will lead students to. So if students start with Hour of Code or something simple like this, then eventually one day they can have a career coding for a company or something like that. So this is a really useful skill to learn, and I think it'll be a good, like I said, direction to steer students in. So the first thing you want to do is go and search hourofcode.com and make sure if you're a student, you click on the learn. And if you're a teacher, then you need to click on the regular site. So just so you'll see what I'm talking about, I'm gonna go into Google and then I'm gonna type in Hour of Code. You'll see because this is a step that frustrates some people. Okay, so the teachers will go to the first one that says hourofcode.com, and the students will go to Hour of Code Learn. So for the sake of this, I'm gonna click this one, Hour of Code Learn. So this is kind of where you can direct your students towards this because eventually you want them to be able to go on their own. I already set up an account, so as you can see, my name is showing up. But these are the projects that you can do, and you can walk students through it, which will be really nice because I've been doing it on my own without anybody walking me through it. And so, just so you'll see how far I've gotten, these I'm taking Express Course 2020, and here I am right here. So all the green ones are lessons that I finished on my own. So these are lessons that I've already done. And I would suggest start with something really, really simple. So don't start with the like loops or conditionals or anything like that or sequencing. I would just say warm up. And then also I want to show you the other self-paced introduction to Game Lab. This one is really interesting, and a lot of students will be interested in this, and it was easier too. So this is it right here. Let me show you in a different view. Okay, so this is really fun because it starts off really, really simple. So I would say have the students go in the Game Lab. You can walk them through it, and I'm going to click on one of these in a second. But as you can see, I finished all 17 lessons. So 17 lessons to come with it. And they have videos that can show you how to actually code as you go along. So I'm going to click on drawing in the Game Lab. I'm going to click on the first one. Okay, sprite scenes. So this is great, especially if it's a student's first time ever being introduced to this. If the student plays video games, that's really good and that's a bonus, but it's not really the same as actually coding. So they kind of are going to be brand new at this point. It says click run to start the program, then use the stamp pad to draw pictures with simple colors. You see how easy that is? So you see how fun that is? So like that's just like one little thing you can do, and that starts students off, and it's really fun for students. So you can do another one drawing shapes right here. It says explore. Oh, and it'll read it out to students also if they don't have a teacher reading with it, but it's best to walk the students through. But explore using